Hello everyone, I'm just gonna explain to you the 5 phases of project management. This video is not intended for any copyright infringement, and this is only for our project class. So I'm gonna copy and paste the link below of the original site where I get this information. The 5 stages of project management. There are 5 phases. The first one is the project initiation. Second is the project planning. Third is the project execution. Fourth is the project monitoring and controlling. And 5 is the project closing. Those are the basic phases. And I'm gonna start with phase 1, which is the project initiation. The project initiation phase is the first stage of turning an abstract idea into a meaningful goal. In this stage, you need to develop a business case and define the project on a broad level. In order to do that, you have to determine the need for the project and create a project charter. The project charter is an important document consisting of details like the project constraints, goals, appointment of the project manager, budget, expected timeline, etc. Once you have the project goals and project scope, identify key project stakeholders, the people who are to be involved in that project. Create a stakeholder register with the roles, designation, communication, requirements, and influence. While a clear goal of the project is established in this phase, a project charter does not contain any technical details that happen in the planning stage. Consider the example of an automobile manufacturer assigned to develop an electric vehicle. The selection of the design, capacity, and battery power of the vehicle will not be part of the initiation phase. The only certainty would be that an electric vehicle will be developed within the given time frame and budget. The second phase is the planning stage. The planning stage requires complete diligence as it lays out the project's roadmap, unless you are using a modern project management methodology like Agile project management. The second phase of project management is expected to take almost half of the entire project's time span. In this phase, the primary tasks are identifying technical requirements, developing a detailed project schedule, creating a communication plan, and setting up goals or deliverables. There are several methods of setting up the project goals, but SMART and CLEAR are the most popular. The SMART criteria ensures that the goals you set for the project are critically analyzed. It is an established method that reduces risk and allows project managers to make clearly defined and achievable goals. The acronym SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. During the planning stage, the scope of the project is defined. There is a possibility of changing the scope of the project demands it, but the project manager must approve the change. Project managers also develop a work breakdown structure, or what we call WBS, which clearly visualizes the entire project in different sections of the team management. A detailed project timeline with each deliverable is another important element of planning stage. Using that timeline, project managers can develop a project communication plan and a schedule of communication with the relevant stakeholders. Risk mitigation is another important aspect of project management that is a part of the planning stage. The Project manager is responsible for extrapolating past data to identify potential project management risks and develop a strategy to minimize them. We're going to proceed with phase 3. This is the project execution. The project execution stage is where your team does the actual work. As a project manager, your job is to establish efficient work flows and carefully monitor the progress of your team. Another responsibility of the project manager during this phase is to consistently maintain effective collaboration between project stakeholders. This ensures that everyone stays on the same page and the project runs smoothly without any issues. You can take help from the best project collaboration tools that are available in the market. They'll only make your life easier but also improve efficiency and increase the productivity of your team. I'm going to proceed with phase 4. This is what we call the project monitoring and controlling. In the project management process, the third and fourth phases are not sequential in nature. The project monitoring and controlling phase run simultaneously with project execution, thereby ensuring that objectives and project deliverables are met. As a project manager, you can make sure that no one deviates from the original plan by establishing critical success factors and key performance indicators. During the monitoring phase of project management, the manager is also responsible for quantitatively tracking the effort and cost during the process. This tracking not only ensures the project remains within the budget but also is important for future projects. The last phase is what we call the project closing. This is the final phase of the project management process. The project closure stage indicates the end of the project after the final delivery. There are times when external talent is hired specifically for the project on contract. Terminating these contracts or completing the necessary paperwork is also the responsibility of the project manager. Most teams hold a reflection on meeting after the completion of the project in order to contemplate their successes and failures during the project. This is an effective method to ensure continuous improvement within the company to enhance the overall productivity of the team in the future. The final task of this phase is to review the entire project, complete a detailed report that covers every aspect. All of the necessary data is stored in a secure place that can be accessed by project managers of that organization. And that's the end of my report entitled The 5 Phases of Project Planning.